This was one of the easiest projects I've built, and one of the hardest videos I've made. That's probably due to the personal nature of this project. A project of legacy and life. A story of a man, husband, family man, and steward to the land he raised his family on. That man, William Ray O'Connor, was born in northern Missouri on a clear spring day on the 18th of May, 1939. William's life was a modest one, even though he stood tall and strong in the eyes of the family he was proud of. Bill, as he was known to most, loved baseball, pecan pie, and James Stewart movies. He attended Humphreys High School in the mid-1950s. That is where he met the love of his life, Susan Faye Hudson. One night, after an FFA event in St. Joseph, Bill was walking Susan back to her room, where her mother and her were staying. In the hotel parking lot, along the way, Bill stole a first kiss, and Susan's heart. Her mother was watching from the hotel room. Their young love wasn't a movie. No fairy tale ending, at least not right away. This was real. Just like a car from the 1950s, their relationship had its share of starts and stalls. But they kept it on the road, and after graduation, Bill continued to see Susan. He was good with engines, and with a little hard work and some patience, he earned the love of Susan. In the summer of 1960, they were married and began a life together. Soon, they welcomed their first child to the world, William Donald O'Connor, and the three became a family. Growing up, Bill didn't have much of a family life, an experience that would sour most on a future family, but not Bill. With the birth of his first child, a new love began to grow, one that was stoked and spread by the birth of their daughter, Lisa Marie O'Connor, and then again with their second son, Patrick Wayne O'Connor. Together, they started a bonfire that would burn for generations to come. After a few years of working various jobs in and around Kansas City, Bill and Susan bought a farm in Milan, Missouri, and built a home on the land there for their family. Bill had spent some time in his youth working on farms and in construction. He was good with his hands and understood the complex systems that made an engine crank, a farm thrive, and a home warm and comfortable. It was on this farm that Bill would raise his children and live a full life with his bride. The farm became a place of celebration over the years, welcoming family and friends from far and wide to mark the special occasions in life, like birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, graduations, and even just the odd Saturday night. Those fires of love they started early on grew over the years and began to spread through the births of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. 4 generations have come to know and love the O'Connor family farm and what he built there with the love he had for his family. Bill loved sharing sips of coffee and pieces of bacon with his grandchildren in the mornings, taking them for tractor rides during the day, and showing them his favorite movies in the evening, usually a Western. For us, it was time with Grandpa. For him, it was the passing of knowledge. Things like starting the day off on the right foot, how to provide for your family, when to rest your head at the end of the day, and, more importantly, with whom. When he wasn't tending to his crops and livestock, Bill could be found barbecuing, camping, exploring the country in his RV with Susan, or just casting a line out on the pond. Rarely alone, and always with an open invitation to all. More than just a farmer, Bill was a consummate steward of the land. He took pride in his sustainable practices, ensuring the well-being of his animals, the health of the soil, and, as a result, the health of his family. Bill, or Grandpa as I knew him, was a warm, funny, and patient man. He showed me how to drive an ATV and a tractor before I was 10. I remember one day he turned a couple of 2x4s into stilts for us grandkids. My cousins and I spent all weekend walking around the yard, standing as tall as Grandpa. I'd spend a couple of weeks every summer out on the farm with my grandparents, and there was never a dull moment. It was a house full of laughter and conversation. I'll always remember and cherish those summers when Grandpa would take me out on the tractor. His life was a life well lived. In the early morning of May 1st, 2024, William Ray O'Connor passed away. I arrived later that day with my sister to support our grandmother, mom, uncles, and the rest of the family. Grandma shared her plans for Grandpa's final arrangements. He was to be cremated with his ashes divided. Half would be buried in the family plot, and half would remain with her until she was ready to join him. She asked me a favor. She asked me to build 2 matching wood boxes, one for each of them, to be buried in. Half of his remains would be laid to rest in that first box at the family plot. The second box would be for Grandma, whenever she was ready. On that day, half of her remains would be laid to rest next to him in that second box, with the remaining ashes to be scattered by the family together at the farm after her service. I've never built anything like this before, but I was determined to honor my family. Back home, I began planning the project, knowing I wanted to incorporate something special. Years ago, I think for their 45th anniversary, Grandpa had built picnic tables for the event. Afterwards, each of their children took one home. Eventually, my mom passed hers down to me when she moved across the country. Later, I moved and decided to disassemble it and keep the lumber for a future, yet unknown project. So far, I've used it on a couple of other projects. One of them I presented to Grandma and Grandpa a few years back. It just felt right to use this wood imbued with family history to craft at least part of these boxes. So I added an inlay of that weathered pine around each of the boxes. On October 12th, 2024, Grandpa Bill was laid to rest in his box, surrounded by the love he built. His other half patiently waits in their living room beside his bride, his better half, in her box. I spent days on this project, and over a year on this video. They say a person is never really gone if their story continues to be told. My hope with this video is to keep my grandfather's memory alive by continuing to tell his story. Thank you.